State lawmakers once again working to remove a controversial bust of a Confederate general from our state's Capitol building.
But this time they're taking a new approach by simply suggesting its removal in a new resolution. New at 5:30, State Capitol reporter Chris Bungard breaks down the debate.
Rather extraordinary testimony in this Capitol Hill committee room on Tuesday afternoon. But first, the resolution. The bust of the Confederate general has been on the second floor of the Tennessee State Capitol since 1978. The resolution suggests other Tennesseans could take its place, like a bust of William F. Yardley, who was the first African-American to run for governor, or Ann M. Davis, who played a role in making the Smokies a national park. Resolution sponsor Rick Staples took his idea to a legislative committee where he met opposition from rare public testimony from sons of Confederate veteran members.
And I believe the bust of Nathan Bedford Forrest needs to stay in the State Capitol building to help remember the history of our past.
Another member said Nathan Bedford Forrest, as a slave trader before the Civil War, needed context.
An individual must be judged by the standards of the time in which they lived, not the standards of today. If you judge the past by today, the past is always going to be wrong.
The sponsor says his resolution is meant to add to the conversation expected in late February when the Capitol Commission is expected to take up the Confederate general's bust. The group could be the first step in removing it.
As we consider replacing that bust, who do we look at replacing it with? What other great Tennesseans can we capture? That's the reason I wanted to do it in a resolution.
And lawmakers put off voting on this controversial resolution, so it's very likely we'll be back here next week. Reporting from the state capitol, Chris Bungard.
And the Capitol Commission meeting where the Forrest bust issue may be considered is February 20th.